footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. Time, memory, hunt, the czar of the playbook. Giving you my top 10 quarterbacks for the upcoming NFL draft, the 2011 draft. So let's just jump right in and see who I have on my list. Number 1. I'm going to go with Cam Newton as my number 1 quarterback. In the last 2 years, he has captured a Heisman Trophy and 2 national championships, one at the JUCO level and one at the FBS level. A true leader at the position, reminds me a lot of Ben Roethlisberger in his ability to extend plays and his clutch performances. All he does is win. He has amazing arm strength and very underrated accuracy. Any team needing a quarterback really need to look at Cam Newton, because he will be the one to revolutionize the quarterback position in the NFL. Ryan Mallett is a guy that has all the physical tools that you look for at the quarterback position. Cannon arm, he's mentally tough, he has fearlessness. Now his footwork is my biggest concern with him. He's a little slew-footed, but quietly he's a fairly mobile guy in the pocket. He does make some questionable decisions at times, especially in the clutch. But to me, all his weaknesses are easily coachable. A bright future ahead for this young man, a Drew Bledsoe clone. Blaine Gabbert is an amazing prospect. What he showed me at Missouri is great command of the offense, which means he can pick up the NFL terminology very fast. Now, rarely he was under center at Missouri, so that may be a question and partly the reason why he has spotty footwork. But throwing the football, he is a pure passer, great size, 6'5", 230. The way he throws the football reminds me a lot of Boomer Esiason. The most underrated quarterback in this class is Iowa's Ricky Stanzi. He's not going to wow you with his physical tools, but he does everything well. Extremely solid prospect, amazing touch on his passes, throws well on the move, and his short to intermediate accuracy is solid. Now, what he must work on is his deep accuracy, because that's where he struggles, which is mostly due to his lack of superior arm strength. But he looks a lot like Matt Ryan to me, quarterback of the Atlanta Falcons. Jake Locker possesses great size, 6'3", 222, powerful arm, and has 4.4 speed. Now, what he lacks is consistency in the accuracy department. He tends to run a little hot and cold, so whoever's going to draft him has to be patient, because he will need some time to develop and be more comfortable throwing from the pocket instead of on the run, in which he excels, which is why I gave him a second-round grade. First-round talent, though, but second-round grade. Christian Ponder is an exciting prospect. First thing that jumps out at you on film is his mobility. The second thing that jumps out is his inadequate arm strength, which is why he takes off and runs a lot, because unless a wide receiver is completely wide open, he doesn't trust his arm strength to fit it into tight windows, which is something that has to change in order for him to have some sustained success at the NFL level. But don't question his moxie or his ability to pick up the first down or big plays with his legs. Now, here's a guy that is a winner and a true field general. Now, what I like most about Andy Dalton is his ability to keep the chains moving. He's always looking downfield and is very mobile. Now, he may not have Ryan Mallett type arm strength, but he has a decent enough arm to make all the throws, but he's amazingly accurate. He's a prospect that will shoot up a lot of draft boards this season. Reminds me a lot of Ryan Fitzpatrick, a guy you could never count out. Pat Devlin is a Penn State transfer and put up some solid numbers at the University of Delaware. Now, what I like most about PD is the way he drives the football to his wide receivers. Velocity on his passes are phenomenal. One negative I've noticed is the fact that he stares down some of those targets. He won't be able to do that in the NFL, but this is a guy that also has the ability to make plays with his legs. One of my favorite players in this draft is Colin Kaepernick, 6'5", 230. He's wiry built, but he's a player that can throw the heck out of a football, and he has Randall Cunningham-like mobility. I think if he goes to the right team or the right situation, he can be a starter in this league, because he is very accurate and has a strong arm. Now, what he will have to learn to work on is his patience in the pocket. He can't leave the pocket too early, but this is a guy, another one of those winners from college football. Intriguing prospect here in Jerrod Johnson. He has all the NFL tools. He's smart, he's tall, he's mobile, has a strong arm, and he's accurate. But it's his ball security, fumbling, and his pocket awareness that cost him his starting job at Texas A&M. But he's going to be a sleeper because of his talent, and he doesn't throw interceptions. And I believe if he improves his ball security and pocket awareness, both coachable, he will be a steal for some teams later in the draft. Blake Bolles is a guy that has accomplished a lot at Northwest Missouri State. Now, what jumps out at me is his ability to take off and run. Now, he may be a little bit too quick to take off and run, but I do like the fact that he is accurate with his passes. His ball placement on his passes is outstanding. He must learn to take more shots downfield, because that is important, but this is a guy that knows how to lead a team. He won a national championship as a junior and nearly won his senior year, but he also has to improve in a lot of areas, which is why he's a late developmental prospect. As a prospect, you want to improve each and every year you play, and Tyrod Taylor has done that to a T, which tells a scout that he has his best football in front of him. Now, I love his leadership and his close range accuracy. Also, he has big hands, which helps a lot with ball security. However, he must improve his touch, because you can't throw the post the same way you throw your flare out. But overall, this is a guy that should be able to develop into a fine NFL quarterback. He can make you miss in the phone booth, has a lot of mobility from the quarterback position. Now, here's some other quarterback prospects that you want to keep an eye on. You look at this list, a lot of good production out of these guys in college, but Mike Hartline is a guy that stands out off this list. He's a player that's 6'5", 210, a lot of good football left in front of him. He had a lot of weapons around him at Kentucky, but you want to know how well he can do in a different type of offense where he's not the focal point. If he can continue to be the distributor of the football, Mike Hartline is a guy that's going to surprise a lot of people in this draft this year. Now, for more NFL draft coverage, visit footballgameplan.com/NFL or visit our YouTube channel at youtube.com/footballgameplan.